What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with I'm absolutely stunned, shocked, blown away. I got this weird, bright, other phone light in my face because I have no power. Lost power, it's 9 o'clock, I think. Lost power before 6, or at 6. Anyways, yeah, I'm shocked. I can't even comprehend this news. I can't believe it. It's beyond shocking. I can't process this. I just had to talk. It will make me feel better, and to just to try to cope and get, I don't know, it just will make me feel better talking about it than just thinking about it and doing nothing. Because I have no power. And let me tell you something, when you have no power, it's boring as fuck. When you have no power, first off, I use the internet a ton. If it's for gaming, uploading videos, uploading game videos, and just being on the internet, watching TV, like streaming services, YouTube. You need the internet for everything. I can't believe this is true. I just found out like an hour ago, or 40 minutes ago. Again, I have no internet, but on my phone, because I have no internet, I was outside. And this is not a tribute video. I'm just talking about this shocking, to me, it's shocking, earth-shattering news. Just blows my mind. I can't believe it's true, but it's true. Anyways, I found out on a Twitter X notification on my phone from a friend of mine, longtime follower and friend of mine on Twitter X, whatever the hell you want to call it, Twitter or X, doesn't matter to me. I don't care what they're called. They could be called ass, and I would still use their app. And I've heard a lot of complaint. Again, this is not a tribute, about the wrestler that has shockingly passed away. Who am I talking about? Bray Wyatt. Seriously, Bray Wyatt has passed. And again, this light is in my face. I've bad lighting because I have no power. But I gotta talk about this guy. And his passing, I can't believe it's true. And talking about it on a video will make me feel better. But I found out on Twitter X from a message from a friend of mine at 5:44 p.m. right before I lost power. We had a bad storm. Thunderstorm, because it was super hot and muggy and humid. I guess the humid air and the hot air clash. When it clashes with a cold front, the storms are worse. This was a bad, I didn't even expect it to be this bad. I heard a weather report before the power went out, and if I'm rambling, I apologize, but I'm just talking about what happened with my power. I heard the weather report. The weatherman said, it's going to be a lot of lightning. Don't go outside. It's a lot of lightning. And I was like, okay, I'm not worried about lightning taking out the power. But what happened was, in my yard, I got a lot of trees. And it was insane. I was looking out my upstairs window. It was just blowing sideways. The rain was blowing around like crazy. It looked like a fucking hurricane. Hurricane winds in fucking Wisconsin. Super high winds, hurricane winds. Just went right over my house, through the yard. I'm surprised it didn't blow over the garbage can or all the lawn chairs. Next door, my neighbor, I walked over to his property. He had 3 garbage cans down in his driveway and some trees, like tree branches down. I had a couple small branches down. But I seriously had a couple skinny trees in the back of my yard. They were just going like this, sideways. It was insane. It looked like a hurricane winds. So then the power went out. And it is still warm. Pretty damn warm in here and in my house. But I do have a lot of windows open. And it's cooler out. Thank God, because last night was miserable. I have air conditioning, but if you don't, it was hot as fuck. It was like 104 at 10 o'clock at night. It was insane. It was really hot. Today it was really fucking hot. Like 95, I think. I don't know. But it was hot. So, yeah, my power went out. I find it very, very strange, very odd that my power would go out right when the news broke of Bray Wyatt's passing. I had no power. And then the news comes out he passed away. Maybe he passed away yesterday, this morning. I don't know when. I did look it up. I did have a Twitter notification, but I can't even go on Twitter and find out the news. But my brother has a phone that gets like an internet signal when the power's out. So I went on his phone, went to a wrestling site that I always check, and it's true. It was there. I can't believe this is true. Bray Wyatt is dead. 36 years old, younger than me. This is a massive passing in the world of wrestling. Yesterday, Terry Funk, all-time great, hardcore living legend Terry Funk passed away, but that is different. He was up there. He was close to 80. He lived a long life. He was 79. This is just tragic and shocking and just absolutely sad and heartbreaking because he's only 36 and he has a family. He has young kids. I know he got with the former announcer, JoJo. She was on Total Divas and she was a ring announcer, I think for NXT and the main roster. But anyways, he had a kid with JoJo, I guess. I think he had an affair, or he was separated and decided to date JoJo, get her pregnant. I don't know if they're married. I don't care. That's none of my business. But, yeah, and I don't even care if wrestlers cheat on each other. I do not care, and I will not pick a side unless I'm a massive fan of them. But anyways, Bray Wyatt, what can you say? I don't have the words to express how tragic this is. It is absolutely tragic. He was planning to come back soon. I read he was planning to return very soon. The writing team was told start coming up with ideas for Bray Wyatt to come back. And I loved his return last year when he returned. I think it was September or October. I can't remember. I think it was Extreme Rules. But what a return. What a pop. What a reaction. I will say his first match back at the Royal Rumble against now the megastar LA Knight. That was not a good match. It wasn't horrible, but it was not that good. But I enjoyed his return. I loved it that he got to come back and Triple H wanted to bring him back. His Bray Wyatt, probably, I have never been around the guy, but I have heard that he was a creative genius, and he was. A lot of the stuff he did was great. The Wyatt family, incredible. When the Wyatt family debuted on the main roster, it was incredible. Brody Lee, Bray Wyatt are gone. That's a very, that's unreal. They're both gone. Yeah, Luke Harper, Brody Lee, Luke Harper, and Bray Wyatt. 2 of them are gone. So, my God, we will never see in WWE again. We're never going to get to see a Wyatt family reunion. Unless it's Luke Harper and Braun Strowman paying tribute to Bray. They should. Definitely, I think Monday Night Raw this Monday. It's the go-home show to Payback. That's not good. That's not, I don't know. That's not good for a tribute. Being it's the go-home show to a pay-per-view or premium live event. But if I was WWE, if I was Triple H, I would absolutely do tribute shows to Bray Wyatt on SmackDown tomorrow, on Raw Monday, even NXT. I would do a tribute show for him because he started in NXT with the Wyatt family. Of course, before the Wyatt family, he was caught up, I think, way too soon as Husky Harris. And, I mean, he looked like a good athlete. He could work, but nobody cared about Husky Harris. He absolutely fit the Bray Wyatt character. Absolutely took over. And that was the fucking character and role for him. Fit him perfectly. What a gimmick. Kinda, you could say it's like a Waylon Mercy ripoff, kind of, but not really. Of course, Bray, the son of IRS, Mike Rotundo. My heart goes out to him. And Bo Dallas. My heart goes out to his brother, Bo Dallas. His uncle, Barry Windham. His children, his friends, his family, his fans. I was a Bray Wyatt fan. I still am. When the guy would have returned, I would have been happy. The only thing that makes me feel a little better, of course, this is gonna affect his fans and wrestling fans for years and years and years. And some might never get over his passing. I'm not gonna cry on my videos. I can't see myself crying on a video. Unless I was talking about one of my pets that passed away. But yeah, all these wrestler deaths, a lot of old wrestlers, and in the past, wrestlers just dropping like flies. I think it is just desensitized me. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm kind of immune to when a wrestler pass. I'm not really shocked anymore because so many have passed. I was shocked about Scott Hall. That was shocking, and that was tragic because he died having a hip surgery. Just, of course, the most shocking always will be was Owen Hart, and definitely Eddie Guerrero was shocking, and I did very much cry when Eddie passed, and I was watching the tribute shows and they played that tribute video. That broke me down. Now maybe on SmackDown or Raw, when they play a Bray tribute video, I'll probably break down and have tears and cry. But definitely SmackDown or Raw or NXT should be a Bray 2-hour tribute show. It is so shocking. He's gone. He's gone. He's definitely was a Hall of Famer. He's never going to get to appear at the Hall of Fame and do a speech. That is tragic. 36, way too young to go. I don't know what he passed from. The news I read, it said they didn't know the cause of death. But Mike Rotundo called Triple H and told him. I'm sure Triple H is shocked and very upset. And everybody, before Bray got released and when he returned, everybody loved him. All the talent loved Bray Wyatt. A lot of them looked up to him and were his friend and maybe called him his mentor. I don't know. But I feel so bad for his family and JoJo and his kids and his brother Bo. Absolutely, I cannot even. I can't even comprehend he's gone until it's announced on like a Raw or SmackDown and they play a tribute video for him. I don't even think it'll sink in then that he's gone. This is absolutely a horrible, horrible loss. One of the most sad, tragic wrestling deaths and shocking that I've ever heard. It's up there. I'm not trying to compare them, but it's up there with Eddie and Owen Hart. Of course, Owen was a fucking tragic accident. He should have never died. If he never had that accident, I think he'd still be alive because he's in good health. He never partied. Eddie partied a lot and did drugs, but he got off them. I don't know if Bray Wyatt was into drugs. I don't think he was. But I do know he was off TV for a medical reason. I don't think it was injury. I believe he had COVID. I read in the beginning of the year, I think he had COVID. And it could have hit him really bad. I don't know if COVID really hit him. And his body couldn't recover. I don't know if he had a heart attack, passed away in his sleep. I don't fucking know. I know COVID, if you got it really bad, it could damage your heart. and kill you. Maybe never recovered from COVID. I don't know, but I just read he was coming back very soon. And he was cleared to come back. This is just very sad. It is tragic. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Oh my goodness. I know for a fact there's bigger Bray Wyatt fans than me. Again, I'm not gonna break down because I'm just desensitized to all these deaths. But this is one of the most shocking of all time. You're talking about a 36-year-old man, Bray Wyatt, still is in his prime. Still could have. The guy could have worked at many, many more WrestleManias, many more main events, had many more great feuds. What a horrible, tragic loss for the world of wrestling. And just more tragic, I'm sure, for his family and friends. I'm trying to think if I never got to see Bray Wyatt in person wrestle, sadly. But watching him, I was a huge fan. I was a huge fan, huge mark for Bray Wyatt around WrestleMania 30. Before that, I was a huge mark and fan of him. And it's really cool he got to be WWE champion at least once. I know him and Vince stopped getting along or had major arguments, disagreements, fights over his character. That's probably because, in my opinion, Vince was really out of touch and shouldn't have been trying to book the Bray Wyatt character. But I will say, what Bray Wyatt did with the Wyatt family and a singles wrestler, and then before he returned after getting released, the Firefly Funhouse stuff and the stuff with Alexa Bliss, I thought was absolutely money and really good. Really good shit. His last match and appearance was against LA Knight. That's shocking, kind of, because how LA Knight is treated now as a mega star, and he should be pushed as a top guy. His last match was against Bray Wyatt in the Mountain Dew match, whatever it's called, I forget, Mountain Dew something. I will do a tribute on Bray Wyatt. I think on Friday. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know when you're going to see this video, who's ever watching on my YouTube. Hopefully I get internet back by Friday morning or Friday afternoon. I don't know when. There's a lot of outages around me. There's like 760 people 2 blocks from me out, and more people outages, like 28 people, 6 people on my block. It's a business across the street from me is out. I don't know when they're going to get my internet turned on, but whenever it is and you're watching this, I'll upload it and you'll be watching it. I can't believe Bray Wyatt is gone. No matter how you felt about him, if you hated him, I don't know how you could hate him, but if you thought his return sucked, shame on you, but that's my opinion. His return was awesome with the puppets, his live people. I believe Grayson Waller was a dinosaur, I believe, or Buzzard, the Buzzard. And I think Alexa Bliss was Abigail. I'm not sure, but man, talking about his friends and his family, my thoughts are with them. Alexa Bliss, I'm sure, is very sad. Very sad. She worked with Bray a lot. But my God, his father, Mike Rotundo, wrestling legend, Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but he should be. He had a great career. Really good career. His uncle, Barry Windham, still alive. His brother, Bo. I really feel for them all. And JoJo and his kids. Maybe even his ex-wife is upset because her kids lost a father. I believe he had a young kid. Recently, 1 or 2 years ago, he had another kid. I don't know how many kids he had. 4. I'm not sure. I think he had 1 or 2 with JoJo. I just, again, I find it strange and odd. He passed away when I lost power. That's weird. To me, that's odd. I just did a tribute show for the late great Terry Funk. But again, he was up there in age. Bray Wyatt was not. Bray was a young man. And I think he's a healthy man. Before he got COVID. I don't know if he got COVID for sure, but I think I heard he did. That's why he was out for all those months. He was supposed to work WrestleMania. I believe he was going to work against Bobby Lashley. For sure. But then they took him off TV and never said why. They just said he was on a leave of absence because of medical reasons or something. Or health reasons. I got a Bray Wyatt action figure, and again, I love what he did with the Wyatt family and his return. And I know he's really heartbroken about Brody Lee passing. I just wish and hope there's an afterlife, so Brody Lee and Bray can now embrace and see each other again and just talk and have laughs. I don't have again, I'm rambling, but this is the only way I know how to deal with it, is by talking. I don't have a clue if there's an afterlife. I don't know. I have no clue. But I fucking really hope there is, because when I'm gone, I don't want to be gone forever. I can't even comprehend that. That when you're gone for good. I don't even want to think about it. Ever. And I don't. To be honest, I do sometimes, and I think I can't take that. That when I'm gone, then I'm gone forever. And I'll have no afterlife. Is nothing. I can't take that. I don't want to. I don't want that. I mean, God, make me a fucking animal. Make me a lion or a giant cat. Make me a bird. Something. Not an insect, because those could just get stepped on and you're gone. I don't know what else to say. Bray Wyatt is gone. Again, this is one of the most shocking deaths I've ever heard of. It's up there again with Owen and Eddie. Even Chris Benoit was shocking, but fuck him. He's a killer. He's a murderer. Fuck Chris Benoit. I will never talk good about him, and he'll never get a tribute. I am so against what that murderer did to his family. And by the way, if you think it was a conspiracy and Chris Benoit did not do it, fuck you, you're a moron. Because I believe he did it. And I don't care if he had CTE. That's his fault. You don't take it out on other people. Should have just took it out on himself and took himself out. Not his wife and not his child. So, yeah, I'm so against, and I so much hate what Chris Benoit did. I hate it so much that I will never, ever, ever from the past all these matches, dream matches, whatever, fantasy dream matches that I could have done in WWE 2K. I could have done them and downloaded Chris Benoit, but I refuse to ever. And look, this doesn't mean a damn thing to anybody, but it means something to me. I will never promote him and play as his wrestler in a video game ever again. Never. Now, could he get a lot of views? Probably. If I played with Chris Benoit against current wrestlers or dream matches, but I'm not going to do it ever. Because I don't care if it's just a video game. I'm not going to promote a murderer. What he did was wrong. If he would have lived, I would have gave him the death penalty. Not just put him in jail. Give him the death penalty. That's what he deserved. Instead, he was a coward and a murderer, and he took out his family. But fuck Chris Benoit. This is not about him. But his death was shocking, but for all the wrong reasons. Like, holy fuck, he's a murderer. Fuck him. And I can't believe he did that shit. Bray Wyatt, one of the best to do it in his short run as the Wyatt family and a singles wrestler. One of the best, most impactful wrestlers. Just absolutely became a huge star. Huge star. Sold a ton of merchandise. Even as a Fiend. He was great. Now his match with Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell, that was a mess, and that was not good, but the rest of the Fiend stuff was good. I even liked his feud with Randy Orton, and when he was set on fire. I thought that was good shit. Also, you had to do different stuff. When he got set on fire, you had to do different stuff, because it was during the pandemic, Thunderdome era. And then actually WrestleMania 37, he wrestled against Randy in front of the crowd for the first time in over a year. I think that was WrestleMania 37, Bray and Randy. Again, all the talent backstage loved Bray. I feel so bad for all the wrestlers and his family. Again, Bray was a huge, huge star. At one point, he was number one in selling merchandise. And the Fiend masks. And those now are collector items. And all his merchandise that came out, all that stuff is collector's items. In closing, my final thoughts, I hope, I'm not religious at all, but I hope and pray WWE does at least one tribute show for Bray Wyatt. And not just like a short documentary tribute video. I'm talking about a whole show dedicated to celebrating the life and career of Bray Wyatt. An entire tribute show to Bray. He deserves it. And have the talent, if they want to go on camera, have them talk about Bray. And tell us Bray Wyatt stories. This is really just shocking and sad news before SmackDown and before AEW's All In, one of the biggest AEW pay-per-views of all time, definitely. All the talent on that show, hopefully they pay tribute to Bray. Every company should. That guy absolutely was Bray Wyatt left an impact on pro wrestling, sports entertainment forever. This is just, again, I knew he was out because of health or injury, but I never thought I would hear he passed away in 2023. I can't, this is like, it feels like Bray Wyatt passing and being gone. This feels like when Kobe passed away. I was absolutely shocked and stunned and saddened when I heard Kobe passed with his daughter and other people. But that was a tragic helicopter accident. Should have never happened. He shouldn't even went in the damn chopper because there was too much fog. And what the fuck was wrong with the helicopter pilot that he agreed to take him up just because Kobe paid him? Well, that helicopter pilot absolutely killed Kobe and was the cause of his death and those other people because of his stupidity on flying when he shouldn't have been flying the helicopter. Again, Kobe was retired, but he was still a young man. 41, I think. I don't know how old Eddie was. 36 or 8, I'm not sure when he passed. Owen was young. Bray Wyatt, very young, 36. You're in your prime as a wrestler in your 30s and 40s, in my opinion. You're absolutely in your prime in your 30s and 40s and 20s. But some don't hit their prime until like 41, some. I mean, Ric Flair was like 42, 41. when he came to WWF, and he was absolutely in his prime. When he won the Rumble in 92, he was in his early 40s, and he was absolutely, to me, in his prime. Bray Wyatt. Just thank you, Bray. Thank you, Bray.